Auburn Blitz is now on the air. Your daily look into what's happening in Auburn athletics. With your host, Andy Graham, Brett Pritchard, Randy Lee, War Eagle.
Hello again, everyone, and good Wednesday afternoon. Welcome into this, the latest edition of the Auburn Blitz. I'm Andy Graham alongside Jeremy Jeffco. We'll be with you for the next hour, taking your comments, taking your phone calls, talking about everything going on in the world of Auburn athletics and maybe a little beyond. Thank you so much for all of you out there being with us today. Lovely day outside. A lot of people got a lot of snow yesterday. We were not among them.
We were not, no.
All 17 flakes. So they get 8 inches in Andalusia. We can't even get a dust in here, JJ.
Well, they got, 6 inches down at the beach.
Literally, It was snowing on the beach in Gulf Shores. And we can't, we're like, it literally came to Alex City and stopped. It was, I was sad to see.
Everything just stayed right south of here.
And yet they're still getting out of school.
Yeah.
I don't know how that works, but.
Well, I think obviously the danger was because we did have some icing on bridges last night.
Yeah.
And I think that was kind of everybody's worry.
Yeah. Yeah, right. The kids are enjoying. The kids are out of school, but there's no snow to play in. But, good for
I can tell you this. I closed a little bar and grill.
Did you?
Today as well. Just that, it's a small thing, but when you got people who have to drive in from a place and you've got icy patches on the bridge at 280, you've got icing on other bridges, it just, man, you small chance it happens, but
sure.
You don't want to be the one responsible.
I understand. But we welcome you. Well, if maybe you're out of work, maybe you're not going to school, you're tuning in the Auburn Blitz. You get to tune in live today on this 12 to 1 hour here. But we appreciate all of you out there being with us. Go and check out our social media pages, our YouTube page. Subscribe to that. It continues to grow each and every day. So we very much appreciate that. You can always check us out on YouTube as well. Comment away. We'll get to as many of those as we can throughout the show, and we'd love to hear from you personally. 256-234-6221 is our number here. Give us a call anytime that we're on the air, and we'd love to chat with you. If you got any comments about any things that we talk about, or if you like to bring up a new subject, we'd love to hear it. So the national championship game Monday night, college football season officially has come to an end.
Yeah.
Kind of ended the way we thought it would, I think.
No big surprises.
Yeah.
No.
Not too early, never too early to talk about this year. 2025 college football season. We'll look at that a little bit. Brett and I looked at that last night on Sports Blitz Live. We'll look at that a little bit today. Look at some of the betting favorites. Where does Auburn come in the betting favorites? We'll talk about that a little bit. Basketball, of course, going on. Auburn has the week off. They'll play on Saturday. No midweek game this week, so that's probably good. Maybe Janai Broome gets a little bit more of a rest. Huge game coming up on Saturday for Auburn. A lot of big things going on. In Auburn, you got the Junior Day, which this is basically the big cat of the juniors in high school. So there's going to be a lot of really high-profile juniors in town, and just in time to see Auburn and Tennessee, which game day will be there at Neville Arena. That's going to be a huge game. Will Janai Broome be back for that one? Don't know. Nothing yet, but we have seen maybe some indications that he could be back for that one. So that would be big for this basketball team. And that would be, that's going to be a really big game for sure. Tennessee gets a win last night over Mississippi State, handles them pretty well. there.
Well, they
at
needed
home.
it, man. I mean,
Yes, they did. They had
blowout
been
loss
reeling.
to Florida and then lost to Vandy, and they needed it bad.
Yeah, I mean, going to Vandy and losing that. I mean, losing to Florida in the way that they did, that was what was so.
Yeah.
But losing to Vandy's, they got rid of Jerry Stackhouse. All of a sudden, they're playing pretty good basketball. So I wonder if there's a connection there. We'll talk about that. Maybe look at some of Auburn's possible draft picks coming up off this 2024 team from last year. All right, JJ, I just you watching. Brett and I were talking about, I mean, everybody's saying this national championship game just didn't feel. I mean, I don't know, something about it.
I'm kind of with the philosophy that it's just too late in the year.
Yeah.
And I think that's a couple of things in this new reality of the expanded playoff that they're going to have to figure out. And I think I don't think you got to end everything on New Year's Day, but I think you've got about a 7 to 10 day window after that.
Right.
And then people have moved on to the NFL. College basketball's getting rolling. And I think if for college, I haven't seen the ratings. I don't know how they came out. But I think if you want to maintain maximum interest, you got to play your Final Four on New Year's Day, and then your championship game 7 to 9 days after that.
Is there any way to do that other than can you do that and keep the season the way it is?
You
now?
can. You move week 0 from Labor Day weekend, move it back a week. You could do that, and then you just get started the week after championship Saturday.
Or go back to 11-game schedule?
They're not.
I don't think it's going to happen.
No.
I mean, look.
Anything that involves fewer games is not going to happen because that's less revenue.
Well, I think at some points common sense has to take over, and you say we got to eliminate the conference championship games because they're meaningless. And, as far as we just declare a champion the way that they used to do it in the old days, or have shared championships. And that's right, because, I mean, if we're going to the playoff and we're going to stick with that, and it's even going, it's going to 16 instead of 12, that it's not going back.
Well, one thing that's been proposed is an expanded championship Saturday, where you have, say, in the SEC, 1 plays 2 for the SEC championship.
Yeah.
But then earlier in the day, 3 plays 6 and 4 plays 5, and the 2 winners get automatic bids into the playoff.
Well, no, that would be interesting.
But again, they're not going to go with fewer games.
But yeah,
so I just, in all reality, they're not going to eliminate conference championships. They're not going to do anything that takes money off the table.
Yeah.
They're just not. And so,
especially with the new reality of revenue sharing.
Yeah,
you
they
need
just
as much revenue stream as you can get.
Look. People can go, well, they're already getting $1 billion. They want to.
Anytime you can double your money, it's always
what's better than a cold beer? 2 of them. So.
That's what's that. All right, so here we go. The ESPN Top 25 of 2025. I will say this: Auburn is the first team. Auburn is basically number 26.
Right.
So is that where you think Auburn should be?
I don't
is that
know
too
yet.
high?
I just don't know yet. It's in my mind. I picture Auburn at 7-5, 8-4. Okay. Yeah. I think they need that this year desperately.
Desperately.
I think 8-4 and then a bowl game win would be a real good move in the right direction. Even a 7-5, you're not going to feel great about it, but you go 7-5, win a bowl game, get some positive momentum, you feel really good going in the next year. But I don't know yet. I want to see the spring game. I want to see the reports out of spring and try to make a prediction.
It all comes down to Jackson. Jackson Arnold.
Yeah.
I mean, or
a lot of it
Deuce
does.
Knight.
A lot of it does. Yeah, a lot of it.
I mean, you feel good about a lot of places.
That was one of the things I noticed about this top 25. You could almost look at quarterback rankings on that top 25 and kind of pigeonhole where they're putting people. You know what I mean?
Oddly, I mean, anything looked just completely way out of place. to you. I mean, Ole Miss at 25 seems like
seems a little low.
Wow.
Seems
Okay.
low because I saw that. I mean, in that Georgia game when the backup quarterback came in.
I mean, it was a small sample size, but man, he didn't. I mean, he took them right down the field and scored.
So that seems a little low. I think Florida at 18 is a little low.
Okay.
I think Florida's going to have a more favorable schedule this year. Love DJ Lagway.
Yeah.
I think Florida's probably a top 15 team. I don't think Alabama's at 12. They got, depending on how you look at it, 8 or 9 starters back on defense, 6 starters back on offense. Quarterback's going to be different, but maybe a better fit for the offense. Yeah. I would have Alabama somewhere in that 8 to 10 range.
South Carolina sitting there at 10.
South Carolina at 10.
Wow.
Lenore,
that's a lot to put on Lenore Sellers.
It's a lot to put on Mike Shula.
Yeah.
I'm just saying. So.
Yeah, that bowl game. I said, it took him one game to ruin that offense.
Yeah, I mean, there's nothing egregious in there, I don't think.
Think LSU's high at 8. I mean,
we do this every year. Well, they've got Nussmeier back. Every year we do. The defense will be improved.
Yeah.
We do this every year. And LSU's another one of those that I just don't know how deep into this Brian Kelly really is. Is he just cashing his paychecks and, I thought I was going to come down here and win a ring, but you know what, this is hard, and I'm just going to cash my paychecks, and,
Well, many have done it.
Yeah.
So it's a well-beaten path.
Yeah. I don't know, it's like, well, I can't win a championship at Notre Dame as an independent where we make our own schedule. So let me go to the toughest league in the country. I'll win one there.
Yeah, not to mention the guy that the team that I left just played for it.
Yeah.
That doesn't help matters any, but all right. So we'll take a break, but when we come back, betting favorites. Where does the Auburn Tigers lie in the betting favorites for next year's national championship? We'll be back with more right after these messages.
Hi, this is Brian Bice with Bice Motors. With our all-star lineup of Dodge trucks, Jeep, SUVs, and Chrysler cars, we offer the area a team dedicated to making your next vehicle purchase a positive experience. Our sales team offers competitive pricing, and we back up all sales with a service department second to none. Bice Motors also offers the area's best selection of pre-owned vehicles. Visit Bice Motors at 2133 Cherokee Road in Alexander City.
Guaranteed lowest price. Buy it at Bice Motors.
Looking to transform your outdoor space? Look no further than Bama Sheds. As a family-owned and operated business, we understand your needs. That's why we offer no credit check, rent-to-own options. Enjoy free delivery and setup within 35 miles of our 4 convenient locations. Whether you need a shed, pole barn, garage, or carport, we've got you covered. Visit our website at bamasheds.com or call 256-268-8484. Bama Sheds, where quality meets affordability and your outdoor dreams become reality.
Presley Appliance and Furniture, located on Cherokee Road in Alexander City, is locally owned and operated with over 35 years of experience in the appliance and furniture business. Specializing in Amana, Whirlpool, KitchenAid, and Ashley Furniture, Presley Appliance services what they sell and will make sure you receive top-notch customer service. Call them today at 256-329-9762 or drop by to see them on Cherokee Road in Alexander City. Presley Appliance and Furniture, where they service what they sell.
This is Kathy Holmes with Pepper Tree Steaks and Wine. Jeff Berner and I opened in East Montgomery 25 years ago and have become the premier butcher shop, wine retailer, and caterer in the River region. We are excited to invite you to our newest location at 2459 East Glen Avenue in Auburn, Opelika. We want to become your one-stop shop for the freshest cuts of meat in town, grab-and-go casseroles, gift items, and the best wine selection in the area. Think of us when catering your next event. Check us out online at steaksandwine.com for daily lunch specials and details on upcoming wine tastings and fun events.
there's only one option for top-of-the-line aftermarket upgrades on your vehicle, and that's Frontline Outfitters. We offer quality parts, lift kits, custom wheels and tires, bed covers, step bars, and toolboxes. They're installed by trained and skilled professionals, to custom powder coating with hundreds of colors and finishes, to the highest quality film for window tinting using state-of-the-art film cutting technology. Call Frontline Outfitters at 256-409-8100. Don't be in the back of the line. Put your vehicle at the front with Frontline Outfitters.
Looking for the perfect spot to unwind? Welcome to Bunkers. Our friendly staff and vibrant atmosphere make Bunkers the ultimate hangout space for all ages. With 6 state-of-the-art golf simulator stations, you can play around with friends no matter the weather. Enjoy mouth-watering food and a wide variety of handcrafted mixed drinks. With our attached parking deck, access is always hassle-free. Make your next night out unforgettable at Bunkers.
Get ready to rev up your fall with Adams Motorsports in Montgomery. This season, experience the thrill of the open road like never before. From sleek motorcycles to powerful ATVs to versatile side-by-sides, we've got everything you need to fuel your passion for adventure. Whether Polaris, Suzuki, or Kawasaki, Adams sells and services the best. Go to where the journey begins. Visit us today or online for more information. From East Alabama's first family of power sports, Adams Motorsports of Montgomery.
Are you looking for a great deal on a powerful new Chevrolet or GMC full-size truck? Check them out. Chevy Silverado and GMC Sierras side by side at Glenn Smith in Opelika, Alabama. Take your choice of brand new 2024 Chevrolet and GMC 1500 trucks discounted up to $12,000 off, or 0% financing plus no payments till springtime. Here at Glenn Smith Chevrolet GMC in Opelika. Get ready to smile.
Welcome back, everyone, to the Auburn Blitz. Andy and JJ here with you. About 45 more minutes left in today's show. Thank you so much for all of you out there being with us today. We are brought to you each and every day by J.A. Smith Construction and Excavation. No job's too big, no job's too small. Construction or commercial or residential. Give them a call today for all your construction needs. Sensa Green, heating, cooling, and insulation. Better be some focus on the heating right now. For air that's fresh and clean, call Sensa Green, 334-487-3555, and Russell Do It Center. Got 9 locations around central Alabama for all your building supply, home decor, tools, whatever it might be. Go and check out Russell Do It Center. They can beat the big box store. Let's go to the Eric McKinley Mortgage Pro Hotline for the first time today and welcome in Terry. Terry, you're on the Auburn Blitz.
Hey, Andy. Hey, JJ. How y'all doing today?
Hey, buddy. Good.
Pretty good. How about you?
Pretty good. JJ, I'm in complete agreement with you on Auburn next year.
Yeah.
They're going to have to show me something. Last year was such a disappointment. And probably not as big a disappointment as I thought. I guess I just raised my expectations too high, but it was a major disappointment. The team just didn't seem in sync, and they seemed like they turned the ball over way too much, made too many mistakes. Just an overall bad year.
Yeah, I think it was to me, you know, it was one of those things. I think they won one game that I didn't expect them to win, and they lost, I think, 2 that I didn't expect them to lose. And I think I had them preseason. What, I have them 7-5 or something? I think I had 7-5. But you know, there's things, right? The quarterback play was not where you wanted it, but play calling in the red zone wasn't where you wanted it either. You know, so there was more than just the quarterback happening there.
Yeah, and the quarterback too much got blamed on the offensive line as far as I'm concerned. Now, they were bad, don't get me wrong, but they gave Peyton Thorne plenty of time, a lot of times, to throw the ball. He just wouldn't do it.
When he did, he threw it to the wrong person.
Right, yeah, when he did, he threw it to the team in the wrong jerseys.
Yeah, the thing that I, in my, like, if I were on the sideline coaching a team, and the thing that I hate about the run-pass option thing is when it seems like the quarterback always goes for the pass option. It's like it's a run-pass option for a reason. You know what I mean? So, and I know they just count people in the box and go with it that way, but there's times, man, when you just got to line up and get 3 yards. You know?
Yeah, I hate the shotgun formation inside the 5-yard line. It's ridiculous. It's stupid. You're accepting a loss already, a loss of yardage already in the shotgun. That's the dumbest thing ever. It's a shotgun formation down inside the 5-yard line.
Yeah, I don't disagree with you on that either.
I think it's just ridiculously dumb. And you line up and play football. Line up and put a fullback in the game or an H-back or whatever, and just grind it out. I mean, it's just ridiculous. So I'm with you. They got to show me something in spring, and if Jackson Arnold is whatever. I mean, after Peyton Thorne, I'm just going to say whatever because that's the best I can do, I guess. But we'll see. I mean, Deuce Knight. Andy, you referred to Deuce Knight. I just heard it's hard for me to believe that Hugh Freeze is going to put his fate in the hands of a true freshman.
Yeah, I mean, I'll have to wait and see it to believe it, but I believe he's coaching for his job, so I believe he will put who he thinks will give him the best chance to win, and if that's Deuce Knight, because he's going to have the spring to compete with Arnold, and that's they're basically going to be dueling and getting the majority of the reps, so he'll have his chance.
Well, I mean, that's what spring is for. Although I just don't. The spring is fun for the fans. It's not fun for the players, but so much can be too much can be looked into in the spring and get optimistic and all that. I don't know. After the disappointment last year, I've got a very negative feel about this program.
I think the spring game, there's way too much put on it because we don't get to see the other 15 practices. You know what I mean?
Well, I think about Cam Newton going through spring and going into the spring game and everybody going, this guy is the one that y'all are talking so much about.
Yeah.
And the coaches were going, yeah, just wait.
Yeah.
But for all intents and purposes, it's just a glorified practice.
Yeah,
That's
well,
true.
it is, but and it's only one, right? And so you don't get to see how they handle the blitz because the defense isn't going to show their blitz packages in that game. So there's so many things you don't see in a spring game. But I think what you do get a look at is playmakers, right? Do we have guys who can make plays? And I think that's kind of what I look for in a spring game. Are there guys out there who look like they can take one to the house from the opposite 40? You know what I mean?
Yeah, JJ, but the thing is, if your offense looks terrible, your defense is going to be great. If your defense looks terrible, your offense is going to be great.
Yep.
That's what I take from it.
And if they both look bad, then we all have a nervous summer.
Yeah, then it's going to be 2024 again all over again.
All right.
Appreciate it, guys. Y'all take care.
Thank you, Perry. Appreciate it.
So you said something interesting. You believe Hugh Freeze is coaching for his job this year.
Yes.
What's the cut line?
I think it's 7 wins. I mean, I said 8, but I mean, if you win 7 and win a bowl game, I'm okay with it. I mean, I think he's another 6-6 year or anything below. I think we're looking for a new coach.
I think if it's a losing record, I think you're looking for a new coach. I think 6-6 might edge of his pants survive. 7-5, I think he's back another year. But that 4th year, you better get 9 or 10 up there.
Yeah, that's why if you win 8 this year, I think you're okay. You know, moving forward, and everybody's kind of taking a deep breath and okay, we're on the right track.
Yeah,
and especially if Jackson Arnold looks really good, or if Deuce Knight comes in and if he has a great year.
We didn't have a coaching change in the Southeastern Conference this year.
No, we did not. And I thought there were going to be 2.
There may be.
At least.
There could be. We probably ought to look at this like hot seat levels at each program because there could be 4 or 5 this year.
Yeah, that's probably true. Don't go anywhere. More to come on this edition of the Auburn Blitz.
For air that's cool and
Turn to the experts at Sensagreen and find out how to get up to $1,000 in carry or cool cash rebates. Visit Sensagreen.com today to be worry-free when it comes to your home comfort and indoor air quality.
For air that's cool and clean, care about the air you breathe. Call Sensagreen.
This is Kathy Holmes with Pepper Tree Steaks and Wine. Jeff Verner and I opened in East Montgomery 25 years ago and have become the premier butcher shop, wine retailer, and caterer in the River region. We are excited to invite you to our newest location at 2459 East Glen Avenue in Auburn, Opelika. We want to become your one-stop shop for the freshest cuts of meat in town, grab-and-go casseroles, gift items, and the best wine selection in the area. Think of us when catering your next event. Check us out online at steaksandwine.com for daily lunch specials and details on upcoming wine tastings and fun events.
Presley Appliance and Furniture, located on Cherokee Road in Alexander City, is locally owned and operated with over 35 years of experience in the appliance and furniture business. Specializing in Amana, Whirlpool, KitchenAid, and Ashley Furniture, Presley Appliance services what they sell and will make sure you receive top-notch customer service. Call them today at 256-329-9762 or drop by to see them on Cherokee Road in Alexander City. Presley Appliance and Furniture, where they service what they sell.
Russell Do-It Center and Building Supply is your headquarters for all the brands contractors know best. We are your local home improvement store with 9 convenient locations throughout central Alabama. We have a huge selection of Weber and Traeger, Pelican coolers, Milwaukee and DeWalt tools, and other top brands. No matter the project, we have you covered with our high-quality lumber and building supplies. From do-it-yourselfers to seasoned pros, Russell Do-It Center and Building Supply has what you need to get the job done.
There's only one option for top-of-the-line aftermarket upgrades on your vehicle, and that's Frontline Outfitters. We offer quality parts, lift kits, custom wheels and tires, bed covers, step bars, and toolboxes that are installed by trained and skilled professionals, to custom powder coating with hundreds of colors and finishes, to the highest quality film for window tinting using state-of-the-art film cutting technology. Call Frontline Outfitters at 256-409-8100. Don't be in the back of the line. Put your vehicle at the front with Frontline Outfitters.
The results are in, and Game Day Men's Health in Auburn has delivered. The certified medical team at Game Day Men's Health wants to help you feel better. Text 334-209-3706 to set up your free testosterone check and consult. Results back in as little as 15 minutes. Tired of feeling tired? Text 334-209-3706 to Game Day Men's Health in Auburn. They make you feel better.
Looking for the perfect spot to unwind? Welcome to Bunkers. Our friendly staff and vibrant atmosphere make Bunkers the ultimate hangout space for all ages. With 6 state-of-the-art golf simulator stations, you can play around with friends no matter the weather. Enjoy mouth-watering food and a wide variety of handcrafted mixed drinks. With our attached parking deck, access is always hassle-free. Make your next night out unforgettable at Bunkers.
J.A. Smith Construction, licensed general contractor and your trusted choice for land clearing and grading, site work, underground utilities, concrete paving, and material hauling. They also do storm drain installations, fish ponds, and slough dredging. Call Alexander at 256-896-1400 or email asmith@jasmithconstruct.com. No job is too big or too small for J.A. Smith Construction, the top choice for all of your land service needs.
Chick-fil-A is always the best option when you're on the go, but they are also great when it comes to planning your next event, from tailgating to birthday parties to weddings. Call Chick-fil-A Alexander City at 256-289-7955 for catering, or order on the Chick-fil-A app. Make sure to choose the Alexander City location and have your catering order ready to go. Nugget trays, mac and cheese trays, fruit trays, cookie trays, gallons of our famous lemonade or tea, and chilled grilled chicken sub sandwiches, and a lot more options. Make it Chick-fil-A Alexander City for your next event.
Welcome back, everyone, to the Auburn Blitz. Andy and JJ here with you. About 30 more minutes left in today's program. Thank you so much for all of you out there being with us. I always like to remind you about Pepper Tree Steaks and Wines. Great place to get some tremendous food. They got daily lunch specials. Go and check out their website. StakesInWine.com. That's just a letter N, StakesInWine.com. Again, daily lunch specials. You can go there. Eat in the restaurant. You can get it to go. They've got a wide variety of steaks and ribs and Conecuh burgers, steak burgers. Got probably the best assortment of wine in the Auburn area. 2 locations, one in Montgomery at Pepper Tree, one in Auburn on East Glen. Go and give them a look today. You'll be glad that you did for sure. They got some tremendous deals going on right now. January box for $85. I think it's 4 pork chops and 4 steak burgers and what I forget what all is in there. Go and check that out on their website. Tremendous deal for a box of meat. I just told you, a delicious box of meat.
Big box of meat.
Big box of meat. So go and check that out. Pepper Tree Steaks and Wine. Ty says he predicts Auburn will beat Georgia and Alabama next year, this year in Auburn because they get them both at home. He predicts they will go 9-3, and he thinks South Carolina and LSU are overrated.
So, but Auburn's going 9-3 with wins over both Georgia and Alabama.
Yeah, who's the 3
That's
losses?
Pretty disappointing losses.
I would say.
Ty is not the one who had
some road games.
Ty is not the one who had the quarterback in New York, was it?
I'm not sure.
Okay.
I'm not sure.
Ty, was that you? That had Peyton Thorne going to
No. I don't.
Okay.
Ty, I don't think Ty was not big on Peyton Thorne. I don't think. Let's see. I don't know.
That still stands as one of the worst predictions we've ever had.
I think that would probably be pretty. Yeah, that's pretty. John Dent says Adam Motorsports with a thumbs up. I don't know what that means. Okay. John Dent says is Muskrat coming back? I believe he is coming back. And let's see, Holloway seems to be doing pretty well at Alabama. Aiden
he did last night for sure.
He did. I think it's a better fit for him. I think he fits. You can just see him. He looks more comfortable in that Oates offense, and so
fit matters. I mean, it matters a lot.
Yeah, that's for sure. Okay, so betting favorites. Ohio State. This is from DraftKings,
and this is for the national title.
This is just for the national championship. Betting favorite for next year. You got Ohio State leading the pack to go back-to-back.
Yeah, they should be a pretty strong preseason favorite.
I would imagine so.
A lot of people coming back.
Will Howard coming back?
I think Will Howard's back, yeah.
That could be very interesting then, for sure. Texas coming in at the second plus 500.
Texas will get a lot of hype because of Arch Manning.
Yep.
We'll see. I think Arch is going to have a little bit of a growing year before he explodes the second year as a starter. That's my prediction on him.
Okay. Georgia, sitting right there. I mean, are you
who's the quarterback?
I would assume it's that kid from the backup from this year. That
Not sure that I trust him.
Yeah.
And I know I don't trust Mike Bobo to run an offense, and it doesn't look like Kirby's inclined to make that change.
No. I think that's probably. Or look, Ohio State, Texas, Georgia, Oregon, Penn State. Does that sound familiar? Yeah. That we're talking about. It's the same. Basically, it's the same crew that we've seen for the last. They got Alabama coming in right after Penn State, plus 1,200. Notre Dame plus 1,600 to get back to the national championship game. Clemson coming in.
Clemson's an interesting one to me.
Klubnik coming back.
Klubnik coming back, and a whole lot of starters coming back. A whole lot of sophomores and juniors that are going to be back. People have kind of given, including myself, Dabo a hard time because he hasn't really done the transfer portal thing.
Right.
He's done a little more of it this year, added some pieces in the portal, but he's still doing the high school develop thing and it's going to be a veteran team. So Clemson's one that I would say keep your eyes on, depending on because Cade Klubnik this year could be he could wind up being in New York at the end of the year.
Think so?
Yeah.
Okay. How many 10 SEC schools, but your Auburn Tigers are sitting there at number 11 in the SEC, the 11th SEC team predicted to win the national championship, plus 8,000.
Yeah.
So a pretty good value there.
Yeah, no,
drop
it's
100,
definitely a value.
You could win a boatload. Hey, drop $1,000.
That's $80,000.
That's $80,000, man.
Yeah.
But I will say this as well: the same value, SMU, Auburn, and I never thought I'd say this, but Auburn and SMU are of the same value to win the national championship. It's not really where you want to be.
No.
But nonetheless, hey, SMU made the playoff last year. So they're Jennings is coming back.
I mean, if you wanted to be crazy about something, right?
Yeah.
I mean, LSU's at plus 2,000. I don't think that's a great value. I mean, LSU has Nussmeier coming back. And, so I mean, at plus 2,000, I don't feel like I'm winning enough for that pick, right? But Florida, I mean, at a plus 6,000, I put 100 down, and if DJ Lagway is,
how about
if he's the next Caleb Williams, maybe I'm clocking $6,000 on that.
Right. How about Miami with
I don't know.
Carson Beck.
I don't know what to think about Carson Beck either. I read a story about Carson Beck the other day, and tell me if you've heard this.
Okay.
They were talking to him about what he does in his private time. And they said, you watch a lot of NFL, do you watch other college teams? He said, no, I don't really watch football. And I thought to myself, most franchise quarterbacks that I know of
eat, sleep, drink it.
That's all they watch. I'm not talking about watching film all the time. I'm talking about in their spare time, they're watching other games. They're watching other teams. They're watching what other people are doing. And I always get nervous when I get a quarterback who doesn't love football. You know what I mean?
A little Todd Marinovich there.
Yeah. I get a little nervous about that. He's got the Lamborghini, and I'm going to go down to Miami. My girlfriend's down there, and, I'll make a little money and drive my Lamborghini, and I don't really watch football, and I'm going, if I'm an NFL scout, he's off my list now.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Take another break. Don't go anywhere. We'll be back with more right after this.
This is Joseph Dean with Frederick Dean Funeral Home and Crematory. I am pleased to announce that Lake Martin Funeral Home and Cremation is now open to serve the public at our location on the corner of 49 North and 280 West in Dadeville. Please stop by and see lifelong resident of Dadeville, Molly Kaler, who will be running the office and meeting with families who want to plan ahead and pre-need their services. We are also available by phone 256-750-0381 or online at lakemartinfuneralhome.com.
Bucks Island is your boating headquarters. Are you ready to hit the water and go boating this summer? Bucks Island has all kinds of boats, with one sure to fit exactly what you want. Fishing boats, sport boats, pontoon boats, and all with low monthly payments. Call 1-800-I'm-READY. Bucks Island Service Department experts are also here for you to keep your boat in top running condition. Call 1-800-I'm-READY. Don't be left standing on the bank this summer. Visit online at bucksisland.com and don't buy a boat till you get a Bucks quote.
Looking to transform your outdoor space? Look no further than Bama Sheds. As a family-owned and operated business, we understand your needs. That's why we offer no credit check, rent-to-own options. Enjoy free delivery and setup within 35 miles of our 4 convenient locations. Whether you need a shed, pole barn, garage, or carport, we've got you covered. Visit our website at bamasheds.com or call 256-268-8484. Bama Sheds, where quality meets affordability and your outdoor dreams become reality.
What's the verdict?
Can't fix your heat pump. Need a new one.
Uh-oh. What are you thinking?
I'm thinking Daikin.
Call on Kevin Kill and Sunshine Heating and Air at 256-825-4849, Central Alabama's premier Daikin dealer.
So what's he thinking?
Oh, he's thinking Daikin.
Daikin, one of the top selling in the world.
Now I'm thinking Daikin.
Daikin. Comfort for life. EnviroCare is the standard in East Central Alabama for all your pest control and termite needs. EnviroCare exclusively offers Sentricon termite colony elimination system that is the industry's most effective termite control to protect your home year-round. The EnviroCare team's service is also the standard for our customers. From eliminating home pests to superior termite control, nobody cares like EnviroCare, serving Lake Martin and East Central Alabama.
Grain and Leaf, located at 6068 Highway 63 South, is Lake Martin's premier boutique-style bottle shop with a unique array of sophistication for everyone. Appropriately named for its exclusive selection of top spirits, wine, and craft beer, Grain and Leaf also has a number of fine cigars for you to choose from. They also carry the full line of Hornsby Farms assorted jellies and pottery. Open 10 to 7 Monday through Saturday and noon to 5 on Sundays, Grain and Leaf is your premier shop in the Lake Martin area.
Go ahead and mark your calendars, sports fans. The Alabama State Games are returning to the Magic City of Birmingham, Jefferson County, and surrounding communities June 13th through the 15th, 2025. We're talking about 20-plus sports open to athletes of all ages and abilities. The 42nd Alabama State Games will be something to behold. Mark your calendars now and be ready to go when registration opens. Visit alagames.com and follow us on Facebook and Instagram for more exciting announcements.
When you want quality, selection, price, superior financing, and a pain-free buying experience, look no further than Sons Automotive Group of Montgomery and Auburn. Sons of Montgomery offers the best selection of Kias, Chryslers, Dodges, Jeeps, and Ram trucks. Conveniently located on Eastern Boulevard, Sons Ford of Auburn is the region's Ford volume dealer. And when you shop at any Sons location, they will maximize all incentives and financing options for anyone's credit. Whether Kia, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, or Ram in Montgomery, or Ford in Auburn, Sons Automotive treats you like family because they are family driven.
Welcome back, everyone, to the Auburn Blitz. Andy and JJ here with you. Thank you so much for all of you out there being with us today. Just a couple more segments left in today's show. Basketball, Auburn's got a huge weekend planned. They got Neville Arena, got game day coming to Neville Arena, got Auburn playing Tennessee, got a huge junior day. So there's going to be a lot of prospects in town. Hopefully Auburn can make some connections there with some of these younger guys. Auburn announces that Chad Lunsford's coming back to Auburn to take over the special teams. I'm assuming that means Tanner Burns is going to focus on the secondary or maybe the outside, the edge rushers. Don't know quite exactly, what that plan is, but I was assuming that's what it's going to be. That was his role, but Lunsford was, the head coach at Georgia Southern for a while. He was at Auburn several years ago, back in the late, I think 9 to 12, somewhere around in there. So Auburn getting a new focus on the special teams. But the NFL draft, it'll be coming up, in April. But looking at some of these guys, it doesn't look like Auburn's going to have a huge draft class here. And coming off several losing seasons, there's a reason for that. Those things kind of, are connected. But there are some guys on this team that are going to.
If you have a huge NFL draft and a losing season, you're usually replacing the coach.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Again, those things go hand in hand. So, most likely Auburn's most likely to be drafted the highest, Jarquez Hunter.
Yeah, what, 3rd to 5th round, somewhere in there?
They think maybe 5th round. Yeah, probably.
Yeah. I would say earliest would probably be the 3rd.
Yeah. He looks like
Pro Football Focus has him as the number 11 running back. So that could be as early as 3, as late as 5.
Yeah.
But I will tell you who I think you actually might watch out for is McLeod. Just in terms of a name you hear over the next couple of years.
Yeah.
Edge rushers, are so critical right now in the NFL, and he's a guy that can get off the edge. And I wouldn't be surprised if you look up in 2 or 3 years and like Jalen McLeod is being successful as an NFL edge rusher.
Yeah. He definitely Keandre Lambert-Smith. I mean, he looks like an NFL wide receiver to me.
He does. There's just there's so many wide receivers. There's so, to stand out at that position, it's so hard to do.
True.
There's just so many,
True. Eugene Asante's another guy. I think super athletic. His size may be one of those things that holds him back.
Yeah. Well, they said the same thing about the guy at Alabama a couple of years ago, Henry To'oTo'o, and he's out there playing good football right now. So his size didn't hinder him much at all.
Rivaldo Fairweather, the guy comes over from Florida Atlantic. I think we all thought we were going to see a bigger impact at Auburn. He did have a big impact, but I don't know. Maybe our expectations were they were out of place. I don't know, but he looks like physically, he could be one of those tight ends in the NFL.
It's so big. I actually watched.
Might have a better NFL career than a college career.
They were doing a roundtable show on the NFL Network the other night, and they were talking about why tight ends have become so important in the NFL right now. Stuff that I would never think of. This is a roundtable of coaches and players, right?
Okay.
And basically, most NFL teams right now are playing 2 high safeties almost every play. They're not giving up the deep ball, right? It's like you're not going to get us with a 60-yard deep ball. So you get those 2 high safeties, tight end and crossing routes, and all of that just becomes so important. So that's why you see a guy like Travis Kelce get 11 catches in a game, and that kind of thing, because they're not letting you down the field. So you got to stay in that mid-range.
Everybody needs one of those big tight ends.
Everybody, yeah,
for sure.
Quarterback's best friend, right?
Yeah, absolutely. Don't go anywhere. I have been for a long time too. We'll be back with the final segment of the Auburn Blitz on this Wednesday, right after this.
J.A. Smith Construction, licensed general contractor and your trusted choice for land clearing and grading, site work, underground utilities, concrete paving, and material hauling. They also do storm drain installations, fish ponds, and slough dredging. Call Alexander at 256-896-1400 or email asmith@jasmithconstruct.com. No job is too big or too small for J.A. Smith Construction, the top choice for all of your land service needs.
For air that's cool and clean, call Sensi Green. For air that's cool and clean, care about the air you breathe, call Sensi Green.
Turn to the experts at Sensigreen and find out how to get up to $1,000 in carrier cool cash rebates. Visit Sensigreen.com today to be worry-free when it comes to your home comfort and indoor air quality.
For air that's cool and clean, care about the air you breathe, call Sensi Green.
Sign Source is your local vendor for commercial and residential sign manufacturing and installation. We offer all kinds of lighted and non-lighted signage, from retail signs, LED message centers, event banners, vehicle wraps, the whole spectrum. We also offer service and repair on existing signs, as well as retrofitting to LED or installation of outsourced signage. We have the knowledge necessary to fulfill all of your signage needs in the short or long term. Visit signsourcenow.com to get started.
EnviroCare is the standard in East Central Alabama for all your pest control and termite needs. EnviroCare exclusively offers Centricon termite colony elimination system that is the industry's most effective termite control to protect your home year-round. The EnviroCare team's service is also the standard for our customers. From eliminating home pests to superior termite control, nobody cares like EnviroCare, serving Lake Martin and East Central Alabama. Folks around these parts have known for a long time that Walls Tire, just a mile past the bridge on Highway 280, is your #1 stop for automotive service and repair. At Walls Tire, you'll always find quality service at a fair price on everything from AC, name brand tires, big or small repairs, routine maintenance, towing, and more. When your car or truck needs to run right, there's one place in the area to go, conveniently located and easy to find. Walls Tire, just a mile past the bridge on Highway 280.
Grain and Leaf, located at 6068 Highway 63 South, is Lake Martin's premier boutique-style bottle shop with a unique array of sophistication for everyone. Appropriately named for its exclusive selection of top spirits, wine, and craft beer, Grain and Leaf also has a number of fine cigars for you to choose from. They also carry the full line of Hornsby Farms assorted jellies and pottery. Open 10 to 7 Monday through Saturday and noon to 5 on Sundays, Grain and Leaf is your premier shop in the Lake Martin area.
Passion, the obsession that burns within. Determination, the burning desire to make it. Drive, the motivation to be the absolute best. Skills, the tools to perform at the highest level. Excellence, the feeling of achievement. At Central Alabama Community College, you can release your passion, show your determination, display your drive, and showcase your skills to achieve excellence. Central Alabama Community College, central to you, central to your success.
Go ahead and mark your calendars, sports fans. The Alabama State games are returning to the Magic City of Birmingham, Jefferson County, and surrounding communities June 13th through the 15th, 2025. We're talking about 20-plus sports open to athletes of all ages and abilities. The 42nd Alabama State games will be something to behold. Mark your calendars now and be ready to go when registration opens. Visit allagames.com and follow us on Facebook and Instagram for more exciting announcements.
Welcome back, everyone, to the final segment of the Auburn Blitz on this chilly Wednesday afternoon. Thank you so much for all of you out there being with us today. Of course, remember our sponsors as well. Go and check them out. You'll be glad that you did. These are some quality businesses in and around this area, and they can help you out with all of their specialties for sure. Restaurant, Pepper Tree Steaks and Wine, just all these businesses that we associate with are of the highest quality. Absolutely. All right, JJ, it is January the 22nd.
Indeed.
22nd. On this day, 1973, George Foreman TKO'd Joe Frazier in Jamaica in round 2, knocked him down 3 times in round 1, 3 times in round 2, and they said no mas. And then, of course, that was he took the belt from Joe Frazier, won that belt, and of course would famously lose it to Muhammad Ali a couple of years later. I think it was a couple of years later. George Foreman was a beast back in those days, man. Yeah. Fearsome guy. 1983, on this day, the Houston Rockets dubiously became the first NBA team ever to go scoreless in an overtime.
Which is kind of crazy when you figure that I'm assuming that Olajuwon was on that team.
83? Nah, he would have been in college at that point, I think, probably.
Yeah, it may have been.
I think so, yeah. But my goodness, though, 17-0 in an over. Not even score 1 point in overtime. Lost 113-96. That's
I know this.
Not something you see every day.
When you go into overtime and you score 0, you cannot win.
You cannot. It's going to be tough. It's going to be tough.
Yeah.
It's going to be tough. 1984, you probably remember Super Bowl, what is that, 23? No.
28,
Super Bowl
18.
18. I'm sorry, Super Bowl 18 in Tampa. The Raiders defeating the Redskins 38-9. I believe that was the only Super Bowl the Redskins lost. They won 3, I believe.
I do remember that game. Now, it was Jim Plunkett.
I believe you're right.
That was the quarterback for the Raiders in that game, and I do. I remember
Marcus Allen running wild.
Oh yeah.
I don't know. Plunkett may have, didn't they win it in 81?
They won it in 81. That's why I was trying to think. Was Plunkett? So who would have been the quarterback?
Was that
in
Jay
84?
Schrader in 84? Was he on that?
Seems like Schrader was after that.
It may have been. 1980. That's a good question.
Yeah.
All right. On this day, 1989, got Super Bowl 23 in Miami. That would have been the 49ers defeating the Bengals 20-16. Jerry Rice, the MVP of that Super Bowl.
And really, that 49ers team, that may have been their best team.
It may have been.
It may have been their best team.
Obviously, Joe Montana, Jerry Rice, John Taylor, they were loaded up and down that lineup for sure.
Yeah, Jim Plunkett. 84.
Jim Plunkett was over there. Okay.
Yep.
There you go. Heisman, one of the forgotten Heisman winners.
Yeah.
From Stanford.
Yeah.
Jim Plunkett.
Great player.
Yeah. Happy birthday on this day, the great Sam Cooke.
One of the great singers of all time.
Many people say the father or basically he discovered or created soul music.
Recorded Change Is Gonna Come, which
Yeah.
many people consider maybe the greatest popular song ever written.
Wow. Twisting the Night Away, great song.
Don't
Love
know
it.
much about
History.
Yeah.
That great one, 1931. Got shot and killed.
Yeah.
He was, I think, by a jealous husband that he was. It was something of not good.
I had a friend of mine, and I'm going to leave him nameless because I don't want to embarrass him. But he used to always say, he's an older man. He's in his 70s now, but he used to always say that when I pass, I don't want to pass peacefully. I want to be shot in the back by a 20-year-old jealous husband.
It's the worst ways to go, I suppose. Bill Bixby, born on this day, 1934.
The Incredible Hulk.
The Incredible Hulk.
Yeah.
My favorite Martian. George Seifert, speaking of the
former 49ers
coach,
Yeah.
took over after.
Also coached the Panthers for a little while, didn't he?
Did he? Okay. John Hurt.
Interestingly enough, I'm watching a show with John Hurt in it currently.
Is that right?
Goliath. I don't know if anybody's seen it. It's on Amazon Prime. It's a really good show.
Okay.
And he's in it. Billy Bob Thornton's in it. It's a really good cast.
All right. Also had an alien burst forth from his chest.
He did, yes.
One of the more memorable scenes of all time. Steve Perry.
Maybe the greatest rock vocalist ever.
I would Open Arms, Faithfully, Journey. Vinny Mad Dog Lopez.
Don't know this one.
E Street Band drummer.
Oh, okay.
There you go. Teddy Gentry, born on this day, 1952, Alabama.
Oh, Teddy, the band, Alabama.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. All right.
Yeah. Tully Blanchard.
Don't know this one.
Wrestler.
Okay. All right.
I always remember, just think about Dusty Road. Let me tell you something, Tully Blanchard. He was one of the Four Horsemen. Charles White, Heisman winner, 1979.
Yep.
Just died here recently in 2023. Linda Blair.
The Exorcist.
I don't know how she gets her head to turn around like that.
She probably should have won an Oscar for that.
Yeah, probably so. Jeff Treadway, remember him from the early Braves game?
Yeah.
91, 92.
Yeah.
He was a utility infielder. Diane Lane, lovely.
Yes.
Lovely lady. DJ Jazzy Jeff.
And the Fresh Prince.
And the Fresh Prince. Can't do both. Guy Fieri.
Fieri.
Fieri
is the correct pronunciation.
There you go. Diners,
drive-ins, and dives.
There you go. Reggie Barlow, the NFL wide receiver.
I had forgotten that he was from Montgomery. Went to Alabama State, did he not?
He did.
Yeah. Was he not a quarterback at Alabama State?
That sounds right, though. I don't know sure. Balthasar Getty, just because I like his name.
Oh.
Actor. He was in Young Guns too. And Caitlin Clark.
Yeah.
Probably the most famous athlete on the planet.
Most famous female athlete on the planet, no doubt.
Caitlin Clark, born on this day in 2002. Wow, she's young. All right, that's going to wrap it up for us. He's JJ. I'm Andy. So long for now, everybody. We'll talk again soon.